cut and their drinks are cold. It's time for your Thursday kickback about all things rap. Go feature Impasse with your host,
Troydashow
and Lucid the Dreamwaker. And this is the RapYard Podcast.
Jesus Christ, dude, bring your freaking okay.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the RapYard Podcast. Shout out to our consistent and loyal RapYardigans. I
What's
am
up,
your
everybody?
host, Lucid the Dreamwaker.
And I am Troydashow, and today, as you can see, we have a very special guest. Didn't mean to leave you hanging out there like that. Sorry. Ras Kass, everybody.
Woo!
I got my sound effects. I just gotta pull them up. We're so professional. Can you tell how we've been doing this for 30 years now? So.
That's okay. They know exactly where the sound effects go.
Yeah. So how are you today?
I'm great.
Good. Are you still staying in Los Angeles?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, I'm back in LA.
That's your home base?
Yeah.
All right. I hear you. So I was watching before we came on here your interview with the Math Hoffa podcast. Yeah, and you were talking about, growing up there and what it was like, your relationship with your dad and all that. You have children?
Yeah. Twin boys and then a little young one.
Oh, that's fun. So you had I'm not imparting judgment because I myself am 43. You had the youngest one a little later in life, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. Is it tough, man? Like, because I think about that. Mine are teenagers, and I'm like bending down and changing diapers and being up all night. Like, I don't think I could handle it at this point.
The reality is, men
don't have to
do all the hard work.
Thank you. He said it. You're honest too. I appreciate that. But the part of that too is that women feel like we have to do everything ourselves because we do it the right way.
Right.
I'll be the first to admit that.
Do it. There's some differences in the biology. I don't want to piss nobody off, but I mean, there's just some realities about that. I mean, we're built differently. You guys have a cutoff date of being pregnant, and men can make babies until they're 100. It's just the way the world works. I didn't make it. Take it up with God. So,
right. Well, if you want to take it up with God, you could look at what was it like Lot or whoever, and they were having babies when they were in their 140s.
Yeah,
something like that.
If I respect what moms have to do. You guys have just a different job. It's a lot more. So the brunt of dealing with the
hard work.
Rugrat is mom's job. I mean, it takes a village to raise a child. That's an African saying, but
that's true. That's definitely true.
But I have a 6-year-old. I call him a terrorist, and he's cool.
Yeah, they're interesting when they're 6. That's like when their personalities really start to shine. Do any of your kids do music?
Yeah, actually.
Is it why you laugh? Is it like did it surprise you, or is it something you got to keep secret? Or
I know it's not a secret.
Okay. Oh, shoot, you know what? I'm so dumb. So dumb because it's Coast Contra.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was in the back of my mind whenever I reached out to you the first time, but I've been I don't want to blow your head up or anything, but I've been so nervous about today.
Nah, don't be nervous.
I know we're new, and I'm trying to,
you guys got it together. It's super cool. I like it.
Thank you. Appreciate that. But Coast Contra, yeah.
Yeah. So, they're doing well. I'm excited for them. That's not all 4 of them. 2 of them are twins, right? So
those are boys.
But they're all good dudes, and they're my guys. I'm really excited for them. So they're rhyming, and the community, the hip hop community, is receiving them well, and
yes, they are.
And they're students. They're definitely students the same way.
So they're college age, All of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
How does that success like affect? Like, what do they think about it? Do they get recognized when they go out? I mean,
they were, they
they're eating it up.
going to Dubai. They have like one of the bigger agencies, so they're doing things that I haven't done yet. I'm just like, so I'm sure that any to watch something start materializing.
That's beautiful.
I can only imagine, how they feel.
Right.
You watch other people that their mom does music, I do music, their auntie does.
No.
But so they were already acclimated,
Right.
Yeah.
So when we started this journey, there's nobody in my family that did music, so they're different
Wow.
version.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We come from those families, from the moms and them from the 60s, where it's like you go get a job and work for the city, for the government.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
There's no dreaming. You just do it, go to college and go work for the city. So
Pretty much.
they're from a different, they grew up.
Generation.
Yeah, just a whole different experience. They
Yeah. I think about
their mom sings. They're backstage, hanging out with Eminem and Snoop Dogg since they were born. So
surreal. That's a surreal childhood. But they're so talented. Like they're so hungry too, but talented also. Yeah. I mean,
well, I think the hunger creates the talent.
you think so?
I think they're 10,000. Yeah, necessity is the mother of invention.
True. I mean,
there's a lot of people that have natural aptitude that don't use it because they're not hungry. They're not driven.
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, they've been. For me, hearing them. Of course, everybody's heard their freestyles. A lot of them, and it's like that refreshing. Like, oh, this is hip hop. You know what I mean? Like when you hear them like rap, it's like you're listening to like the first time you heard like Jid or Kendrick Lamar, or
Right.
when everything was just kind of dead, and then it's like, oh shit, oh yeah, I forgot hip hop. Is honestly how that made me feel.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, definitely. You had a group, or you still have a group. You're in a group with the Horsemen, which is Corrupt and Killer Priest and Cannabis. And you think about that combination, and at first I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
But it makes sense, and it's so dope. Do y'all have any plans to do anything anytime soon again?
We're always family. We during COVID we were able to because everybody had downtime, and
Right.
I kind of I was able to step in and just kind of like curate what we already had and ask those brothers to come in and fill in some blanks. We all do songs together. I just went to San Francisco with Killer Priest literally 2 weeks ago.
He's so dope. I love him.
Yeah, I love Priest.
Yeah.
So that was fun. That's just me and him rocking. I always talk to Corrupt. I don't know if we'll ever do it's hard being in a group. It's hard. I don't even
especially
understand
with people
how
like
Wu-Tang did it for like it's
I think
hard.
they went to high school together.
It doesn't matter, man.
True.
You got a lot of personalities, a lot of different management, a lot of girlfriends, bedroom talking. You the best. No, you the best.
Yeah.
So it's hard to be in a group because everybody has their own life. Not even
Right.
let alone the
Ego.
When I look
exactly.
Looking at Bone and then pull it together, Far Side slowly but surely is pulling it together.
Yeah.
I had the luxury of being a solo artist, and I would kind of pick my friends or who I rhymed with in the groups. I'd be like, I resonated with Killer Priest, I resonated with Corrupt.
Yeah.
Those things are a little easier because we form like Voltron, then we move back out and do whatever we do.
And y'all are different enough to where I didn't feel like there would be like a competing styles type thing.
Not at all. I mean, the only thing is with us was that we could never get it together, which hence why Slaughterhouse existed and it really mattered our idea. And that's not a slight on them. Literally, Roy would say that all the time. Like, yeah, this idea is kind of, curated by the Horsemen, but they couldn't get an album done. I'm like, And I was like, amen to that. You're telling the truth. And that, that's
Right.
kind of what, and sometimes the strength in numbers, which is something I always tell Coach Contra before you guys
Yes.
ever heard of him. That
Right.
was my thing. Like, your team, leave the prom with who you came with. So my whole thing was go to the prom with these fellas and lead the prom together. And then, that's execution. It's really hard.
Mhm.
We did one, and I called it the Horseman album that came out in 2000. What was that? 21.
Yeah.
I call it our debut finale. That's the debut.
Mhm.
So that's done, right?
Yeah, we'll always rhyme together, but trying to
Tour
organize
and all
like
that.
hurting cats, man.
Angela and the lives. Yeah.
Yeah, that's too
Yeah.
bad because it was a good sound.
I'm sure we'll do a song, whatever. We're friends.
Yeah.
But
Right,
Yeah.
I
right,
just
right.
can't just sitting there trying to, people again, when Snoop Dogg calls, Corrupt is out, and I would be too, So trying
Yeah.
to do things organized, like we're gonna do these shows, and it's like Snoopy Dogg wants me. I wouldn't. I think he was an idiot if he didn't go, but
Right.
so I understand that. And then Killer Priest, same thing. He's out with Ghostface, or he's out with Jizza, or he's out on his own, and I can't be mad at that. So I think in our perfect world, well, in my perfect world, which we had the opportunity years back, if we could have had RZA exec produce it, because then he could corral it and direct it.
That would be
So
nice.
that's what if RZA and we had that opportunity. I won't say who blew it, but somebody blew that opportunity.
It wasn't you, though.
It wasn't me, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm the bitter one. Now, no, if we get somebody, especially somebody with that vision, a Prince Paul or RZA, somebody.
What about one person that comes to mind would be like The Alchemist. That would be tight, or like
like producer wise.
yeah, producer wise.
Yeah. Anybody, not anybody, but there's quite a few really
Or
dope.
Harry Fraud. That would be good.
I think Fraud's really dope. I'm a big fan of Harry Fraud.
Yeah.
And I think his production would actually be a great direction for what we do.
Right, that style of kind of cinematic or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, still got to bounce. It's current, like his drums are current, and his
exactly.
But he chops samples. The samples be dope. I'm a fan. I think Harry Fraud is fresh.
Yeah, Alchemist is a little more like boom bap, old school, but still dope. So you had a project that you talked about too in that interview where it was what was it, ghetto?
No, gutter
shit.
No, just GUTTR. Gutter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was looking for it. Hasn't dropped yet, or
no? The first single drops. We just got our date because it was
okay.
The end of basically it was the end of the fiscal year last year or whatever.
Gotcha.
So we finally turned in the project. The single drops I'm lying. March 9th.
Okay, March 9th, everybody.
The first song is called Roll Call. The whole album is produced by Havoc from Mobb Deep. So
yeah, that's the next thing I was going to mention. So that is such a elite exclusive thing to have,
Yeah, man, I'm really excited. It's a really awesome album. We just want to channel and honor. You can't replace Prodigy, but what we wanted to do was just. We wanted to channel like those records that Havoc would have for Prodigy.
Right.
How could we channel and honor that Mobb Deep energy
and like pay homage or whatever?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just I loved obviously Mobb Deep's albums, but like I want some new Mobb Deep there. So that's kind of what we wanted to. That was the goal.
I got you.
The people will tell us if we and obviously we didn't want to. If you put a Queens dude rhyming over it, then the comparison was going to be too obvious. So we put basically a Philly dude and a West Coast dude over these Mobb Deep-ish beats.
I got you.
And it came out really dope. Obviously, we brought in, friends and family. The record's dope. The first single is called Roll Call, and that's my RJ Payne does a lot of the rhyming too. Is being Payne for the most part. Havoc rhymes on a joint.
Okay.
But he produced all of it, and then and Roll Call is featuring Method Man and Fame from MOP, and Sway is popping shit on it. Sway,
Nice.
So
Drop
no,
a bomb.
it's an ill record. Yeah, and then the video's got all kind of special cameo guests. The video's really ill.
And now I left my computer up here. That's why you see me looking up high like I'm crazy. But I was trying to look it up. Obviously, my eyes are bad too. I don't see it on Spotify. Is it not? Is it on YouTube and not on Spotify?
None of this is out. The video
okay.
drops on.
But there's a single out. What's the single?
No, the video, nothing's out.
Okay, I misheard you.
The single drops on the March 9th.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the album. My bad.
No, we got nothing. No. This is all
preliminaries.
The campaign starts basically now.
Hey, setting it off once again.
Yes, the launch.
RapYard exclusive.
You got the scoop. Yeah. You got
We appreciate that. We've had a couple firsts on here. We had Nine. You familiar with Nine from New York?
Of course.
Okay, dude. And so many people don't know who he is, and that just breaks my heart. But because he was one of my ultimate favorites.
Legend.
9 Lives was like, I broke that tape. I listened to it so much. I bought it like 3-4 times.
That was a dope album. Yeah.
And then Rusty Jukes, they were on together because they have an album they did
really?
Called called Duos, where they took hip hop duos and made a song like paying homage to each group. They had one for Mobb Deep. Yeah. They had one for Kid and Play and so on and so on. So but it hasn't been released yet either. And that was one of our earlier interviews, right, Lucid?
Yeah, that was one of our earlier interviews. That was
by the grace of God, I don't know how I got so lucky.
Well, shouts out to Nine and Jux, man.
Definitely. Where's my here we go, I got it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Stepping it up. But yeah, what were you saying, Lucid? I'm sorry.
I was saying, actually, you were the one that introduced me to Nine and Jux.
Oh, you haven't listened to them before, really?
No. So then when I discovered it, it's always refreshing to find things that add a little spice back to your sound. Like what? How did I not know about this?
Right. Right. Especially when it's older stuff, because
exactly,
you feel like you've listened to all of it because it's older. They're not making more of it, and then you come across like a new gem, and it's like, oh wow, it's like I went back in time or something.
Yeah, I mean that's the irony of life. Like you'll never know it all, so it's always like the DITC. You can always dig in the crates. There's somebody dope that got overlooked, man. It's always dope.
It really bothers me sometimes that I won't be able to hear every dope song. Like I'm gonna die, and like, does that bother you? Isn't that dumb?
Yeah,
like it's kind of dumb.
I liked the days when I could go to the record store and I just basically bought everything that was out because and literally I probably was buying it because of the cover. I didn't know the artist. So I'd be like, and then 8 times out of 10, it was dope.
Really? Just you can judge a book by its cover or record.
I mean, it was quality control. It wasn't that many labels, and it wasn't that many coming out per month, and what was coming out was pretty good, and it's very rarely when I would buy something and just hate it, like I remember that time, like, unfortunately, there's pros and cons to everything, but it's definitely oversaturated, and not necessarily is the cream of the crop rising to the top. So that's an unfortunate byproduct of technology allowing everybody to be heard, because not everybody should be heard. That's just the truth of the matter. Should go hide under the bed because they suck.
I feel you.
You want to name anybody or?
Yeah.
Let's see. Who should I name?
Whoever you want.
I don't know. I got a gang of friends that suck, but a lot of my homeboys, you're whack, bro. Just do something else.
What were you saying, Lucid?
No, actually, I was gonna ask. You feel like hip hop would be in a better state right now if more people would do that? We'll let their friends know that, hey, it sounds kind of whack.
I don't want to shit on people's dreams. It's just I'll tell you this. I would say, people get into like dive into the deep end of the pool, and they haven't done any work. And that part,
Yeah.
Right.
like how many, you don't just get to go to the NFL because you got to nerf football. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so the problem is that,
Right.
there is something to be said about 10,000 hours in working towards something, working at it. You get better, you improve.
That's
Whether
how
it's
many
swimming,
hours it
riding a
takes.
bike,
That's right.
singing, playing the guitar, roller skating, fixing a car, driving a car, whatever that thing that you want to do is, study the greats. I hear very ignorant things like,
Oh no.
Oh, where'd you go? Your camera went out, sir.
We lost you for a second.
I don't know if he can hear us or not. He was right in the middle of saying something good too.
I know.
He'll be back. We're gonna hang on.
It's a conspiracy theory. The hip hop heads.
The government shut him down.
Yeah, they don't want the truth getting out.
Hey, shout out to Yaz the Face, who is who set up the whole interview. Actually, she's in the comments here. And who else? I gotta bring my computer down. This is crazy.
Thank you for the connection. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Oh, we were about to get in the juicy part. I feel like we were going to hear some names. You muted yourself by accident, I think. I still can't hear you. I don't know if it's me. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like most people are pretty aware, unless you're like 18 or under, that there's definitely an oversaturation going in the hip hop community. Let us know below in the comments whether you think people should be more gatekeeping or not. Yeah, I hear you. You're back.
Yeah, and this is kind of crazy because you're frozen.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm gonna
see that.
I'm gonna try hitting him up on Instagram in case maybe. Hopefully, he's not just telling a long story.
Okay, I think he just came back.
Oh,
I'm gonna reset my count for a second.
Yeah. Well, I'm here, everybody. Yeah. Yeah, you have a good team there, Ras Kass. Yaz the Face has a couple accounts that she's commenting on. Lovely lady. And Australians are interesting. It's always like funny when you meet people from different parts of the world. And it's just me now. And my hair is great. I couldn't see it when my computer was far away. Hey, okay. No. I'm not Ras Kass. Don't be misconstrued. Hey, you back? I think your Wi-Fi is not great. It's showing the little bar signals at the top. They're yellow. I can see, but I can't hear you. I should have some music to play when this happens. Because it does happen. Ernestine Smith says hip-hop is definitely oversaturated. Right about that. What's up, Frank Meyer? And how you doing, Ernestine Smith and everybody else? If you couldn't hear me, I shouted everybody up, then I think my mic cut off. Ras Kass, I cannot hear you. I can see you, and I think you're frozen. And my co-host is gone. Oh. What is the loneliest number that you ever... Let's play some music. Wow, we wait. I look a mess. All right, let's go. Hey, you there? Can you hear me? Okay, I can hear you. Can you click on the little gear icon?
The gear icon? There we go.
Yeah, cool.
Did that work?
Yep, I can hear you. Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
I don't either. My co-host he's having camera issues, and it showed that your internet was low, like the bars were low, but We'll just keep pushing, I guess.
Yeah, of course. We'll power through it.
Yeah, I saw Frank Myers in the comments. He actually suggested that we reach out to you. He gave us a
Oh,
handful of
Frank,
people. Yeah, Frank, who did the
that's my guy.
yeah, I forgot the name of the show he did on G2 or whatever is the podcast he did.
Oh man, what was it called?
The name of
Frank's
his
show was
was it like rap something or no? Frank, tell us in the comments.
yeah, Frank. What was the name of the show?
But Freestyle 101 is the name of his movie.
Right, the
Everybody
new
go check that
documentary.
out. Everyone go buy that on Amazon. Give it to your friends. Give it to your grandma. What's up, Lucid?
What's up?
Okay, we can hear you.
Okay.
Are
We're
we
back.
lucid?
We're back.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I almost missed out. Woohoo!
That's the irony of your name. So
Right.
I'm looking to see what was I gonna do. You were about to say something juicy. It sounded like, but I can't remember what we were on. What we were talking about.
We were talking about the oversaturation in music currently.
Thank you. You were saying something though. Is it Ras Kass or Ras Kass? I've heard you say Ras Kass.
It's Raz. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. I
'Cause
mean, everybody calls me Raz.
Okay, because I've heard both.
I mean,
and
either
from
one.
you.
The accurate way of the name, because it's a Ethiopian name, is Ras
Right.
Kass. But I'm
Oh.
from LA and we talk with a twang, so I just kind of LA.
In LA?
So
Yeah,
everybody calls me Raz Kass. You know, Karis One calls, well, he used to call me Ras Kass. Ras Kass. But
yeah,
now
he
calls
would
me
say it
Raz.
the right way.
Yeah, because he's smart.
Yeah, because he does things the right way.
Right.
Right, he does things the right way.
That is my dream interview. I mean, I would probably pass out in a puddle on the floor. But he's
he's super awesome. He's they always say don't meet your heroes, but
did meet him.
He's a lovely, cool
Human
dope,
being. Yeah.
like awesome. Yeah, he's super cool. Like, because that's my favorite rapper, technically. Period. Like, that's who I pattern.
That's a good favorite to have.
So
I would just love to talk to him about like
so thinking, meeting him, and then the process getting to know him and having a rapport with him is just like, because he's super cool. I'm like, damn, man, my favorite rapper is cool as hell, man.
Right.
And he's still like Eric One, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the Blast Master, so it's awesome.
Right.
And we did a song recently, and he bodied it. And I was just like, oh man. Like every time I get a song with him, I'm like, he finds these pockets. I'm like, I didn't hear it that way.
Right. Just with the flow. And everything.
He's master. You know, he's got 10,000 and 10,000 and 10,000. He's like a 25 black belt. 2015 black belt.
The belts are all wrapped up and down. Like he's like a mummy.
Yeah, man.
Is that out? Is that song out? I mean,
no, that song. Shouts out to David Banner. David Banner produced it.
Oh,
wow. It's called Human Rights.
Wow.
But it's not out yet.
Is that on
this project that I'm working on?
Okay, cool.
No, that couldn't be on the
no.
Havoc is all beats on the Gutter record. No,
yeah,
and Human Rights and this ignorant shit we talking on the Gutter album is two different parts of my personality.
I hear you.
Would you say that you have a favorite producer that you like to work with, or someone that you really click with?
No, I'm a big fan of almost every producer I've worked with, whether known or unpopular, because they bring something out of you. Pause. That sounded weird, but it's a different vibe. The vibe's gonna be different. The communication, the conversation is different, and a lot of the writing I do is based on the experience. What beat we pick. Literally sitting there, especially when we walk like in the studio together. So that part is super fun. If I had an honorable mention, I would say like it's always fun rocking with Premier.
Yeah.
Because more than one, he's just kind of cooked up basically on the spot. So
Right.
he's kind of feeding off, my energy, and then I have to mirror that energy. Like, okay, that's crazy. Now what am I gonna do now? Diamond D too, because Diamond did that for Solo Nights. So salute the Diamond. Like, where it's really, really organic. Not I got a dope beat and I email it to you, which I'm grateful for that too. But that the experience of just sitting there.
Handcrafting it like on the spot to match what you're trying to.
It's like a live birth.
It's the best example I could give is one day we were all in the studio with Dr. Dre and whatever. It was a lot of us in the studio and whatever. The beat was playing and I wrote my rap and I said my rap. We recorded it and he was like, "Do you know what you did, right?" And I was like, I rapped." He's like, "No, bro." Like, he's like, literally the conversation we were having and the shit we did today, you put it into the rap. You wrote about your day and the shit we were talking about. And I was like, oh shit, I never really realized I did that. But I do. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, yeah, you really literally feed off the energy of the situation. You know what I'm saying? When I write in real time. And so I wasn't aware that I did it, but I naturally did it. And then, when Doc brought that to my attention and made me aware of it, which is a gift. Not everybody can do that. But it made me acutely aware of that's why I like working with a producer if we're getting along and he's cool as shit. And we vibe out. What the crazy shit he say or the conversation he's arguing with his girlfriend, whatever that thing's happening is going to go into the rhyme. That's
right. Wow.
Because then there's a lot of inside jokes. It becomes even more personal to both of us.
Yeah. Well, y'all are making something together. You know what I mean? It's got its own little personal touches along the way. That's cool. Like, so do you think like you're like a more like I don't know if it's empathetic or empathic person that picks up on other people's feelings and vibes and stuff? Because of that or due to that?
I think I definitely think I wouldn't consider me I'm not quite empathetic. I'm a people watcher. I'm an observer.
You're observant,
and so I kind of do reports. Yeah, I just kind of write what I see.
Yeah.
And my opinions about what I'm seeing. Half the time I'm in the movie, half the time I'm not. So, like, I look at life as a movie, and sometimes I'm just looking at all, predicting like, oh, she's gonna probably do that, and he's gonna probably do that, and then the other part I'm probably drunk, and then I'm in the movie, and then I reassess like, oh, you were an asshole last night. You should put that in a rap because that was really stupid. That part. Yeah,
that's funny.
I think I hear a lot of like TikTok, Gen Z speak about like NPCs and stuff. And some of it is kind of relatable because there's some weird shit that goes on that we see from day to day. But a lot of that I think is like people just distancing themselves from everybody else and being like super selfish and egocentric and just like all about me. And that I think renders them incapable of reading a room a lot of the time.
Right.
Right. If you're not observing what's going on, and you're just focused on,
Yeah, I think you're right, 100%. I think you got to know the temperature. You got to check the temperature because then you do look like a weirdo. Like when you just completely, what's the saying? Different strokes for different folks, and people be in a zone, but within reason. My grandma used to say. This is which I still hold this to be true. She's like, you see that crazy person right there? Whatever. That's what she said. Yeah. Don't judge my grandmother. She's dead now. You see that crazy man on the corner? She's like, he ain't that crazy. He know when the light is red. You ain't that crazy.
Yeah, right.
So I'm always cognizant of that. Like, motherfuckers play crazy. You ain't that crazy. Like, you know not to run out on the freeway. 99.9%, because the other one that didn't is dead already. So you ain't that crazy. You better read the room.
Right. That's funny. I've heard about people doing that in jail and stuff, and get out of situations, or of course like court, whatever. But yeah, maybe I should start doing that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So like, anyway, with the talking about generational stuff, like kids these days, get off my lawn, etc. Is there any new artists that have come out other than Coast Contra that you like to keep it on a positive note?
I'm sorry about that. Yo.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry about that. Somebody was calling me and it was just blowing me up.
Oh, you're fine. Do you need to go?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear us? Check 1 2.
Yo.
We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
back, I think.
Yes, but you cannot hear us. I don't think.
No, he can hear us, I think.
Oh, can you hear us?
I think it's a connection thing, Wi-Fi thing, perhaps.
Okay, I'm gonna try to chat into him. Let's see. We can hear you. Let me play some music.
Yeah, somebody's calling in the.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, he's probably getting a phone call.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
Is he back?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I just used my computer, so maybe this is better.
Oh, okay.
Can y'all see me on the other one?
Let me see. I got out of there.
The other screen is frozen.
Right. So.
Oh yeah, but we it's not on the screen.
Yeah, you're good.
No one else can see it.
Okay, I'm alive. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, you're live.
Right. So I'm gonna leave this one.
All right, cool. Thank you.
And how's that? Are we better now?
It's actually better quality too. So this is
perfect.
awesome. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we gotta tag another 15 minutes onto this interview because we keep having our technical difficulties.
Oh, I appreciate that. I know you have to go. I mean, if you have to go, you have to go. We're not gonna
no. I mean,
yeah,
I definitely I do have to run out, but I want to I want to have this interview to be dope. So and plus you can see my jacket better. Ooh, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is dope. So yeah, you have your own clothing line, right, or something like that?
We have a merch company.
Okay.
Me and my partner in London. So
that's what I'm gonna pull up because that was some dope stuff. I was gonna buy some of that for my boyfriend because that was nice.
You should.
I'm going to.
Yeah, the gutter jackets, all that. So we're manufacturing the gutter merch.
I think it's Sway that was trying them on, maybe.
Oh no, that's my friend SB. So
okay.
And SB's dope too. He's our brother. He's back in Jersey, but SB shit is fly too. Like the fly suede, that burgundy one. Yeah, I got that same one too.
Okay.
SB's fly. Yeah, he's sick.
Well, I'm sure the other one is too.
SB clothing, yes. Okay, shouts out to Yaz.
Yeah, how did y'all link up? Because I was asking, I was starting to think maybe it was like a scam. Okay, because
really?
Well, because I've had some weird stuff happen before where I thought I was talking to Tash and it wasn't Tash.
Oh no. Yaz runs my social media,
and she's doing a great job. I'm telling you, big ups to Yaz.
It takes a village to raise a child, man. Like artists can't do all of it. It can't just be I want to rap, but you can't. You gotta have TikTok and your Facebook and the content, and then there's so many components, and for me, I'm not. I mean, Yaz is great at mirroring my personality, and then when she'll eventually say like, hey, this is Yaz, is not Raz, and then she if it's something
eventually, and that's what threw me off because then she was like saying that she's from Australia, and here's my other page, and I was like, okay, if you ask me for a credit card, number, I'm out of here.
No, she's in Australia. She literally is in Australia.
Yeah, that's what she said. And I was like, okay, cool. No, but she's real.
And that gives me a head start. So sometimes we plan out content, and she's basically got a day in advance on us. So I can plan out what I want for Saturday or for Monday, and Yaz can knock it down. So
while you're sleeping, because I never thought about it like that. Because they're all.
Mm-hmm.
And all the I was trying to say earlier when it was just me on here for a second, and I hope that I didn't come off wrong, but all the Australians I've met, at first I'm kind of
they suck. No,
their personalities, they're so blunt, but they have a different kind of style of how they approach you. You know what I mean? So it feels kind of sort of abrupt, or they're hard to read, but then they're the coolest people ever. They love to party. I know that.
I have shouts out to Alerts and the whole clique back in damn, where is Alerts and them from? They moved anyway. Gold Coast. They're in the Gold Coast now, but anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, no, lovely people. I can hang with some Aussies, man.
Yeah, they like to party though, for sure.
And shout out to the indigenous, man. We got to shout out
for sure.
Yeah, to the Aboriginals. Yeah, man. Salute to them.
Yeah, they're cool too, and they like to party too.
I haven't gotten a. Is that true?
Well, the ones that I'm speaking like completely anecdotal. You know, like putting a whole broad paintbrush on a whole group of people, but it's positive. So, you know.
Yeah.
What's your clothing brand that you're doing? I'm looking on your Instagram right now.
We don't have a which is ironic. We haven't really named the company. We just do your merch. We haven't figured out our name. Yeah, we do. It's really ultimately for entertainers. So I'll just give you a scenario.
So it's VIP, pretty much.
No, indie artists, whatever. But say you're whoever, you're Killer Priest or you're John Jenkins from down the street. You get the opportunity to do some shows in London. Right. Your biggest problem, or anywhere in Europe. Yeah. Your biggest problem is this: you got to manufacture. You're going to manufacture in the States. It's going to be more expensive. Then you got to ship it. So now you got to pay United Airlines for this extra baggage that you got. So now you've incurred another cost. And then your third problem is now you got to go through customs, and if they open that box and see all the same shirts, they're going to tax you on it. So before you ever made $1, you killed yourself 3 times. So what we're creating, we manufacture in Bangladesh, India, essentially. We ship to Europe, and basically we'll break it into 2. So we can, for instance, we did for Havoc, for Mobb Deep, I think we brought half of his stuff to Germany, and then kept the other half, and then got that one once he got to London or whatever. Okay. So we manufacture, we make better material at a cheaper price. And you already beat 2 of the hurdles. You beat customs, and you beat having to fly all this stuff from America to where you're going. So I don't know what we call that as a company, but that's what we do.
It's almost like the Amazon, what do you call that? Not factories.
No, I know what you mean.
Like the satellite, the satellite stations where they have the stuff. Yeah, but it's only for Europe, like primarily.
I mean, that's our concentration, but we can ship to the States. We can ship it wherever you want it. If you have an address, it
just makes it easier if you're in
Europe. Well, I mean, initially that's how it was started. We wanted to make sure that the same issues that I encounter, every other artist encounters. I got hit one time. I think that was with Onyx, and then I got taxed. I got taxed in Mexico, in Spain. They opened my shit up, and there's a whole bunch of hats. It's like, you're selling. I'm like, no, I'm visiting. I was gonna give it to them.
Yeah.
Like, you and so because I was lying, but
I caught on to that.
Those things that we encounter is just trying to find solutions and want to offer that. And it's not just for rappers, so it doesn't matter if you're a comedian, anybody that has a brand and you want to sell some merch. If you're a comedian, you're a rocker, actor, actress, whatever, we want to be able to offer that to anybody that's going. If you're going abroad, that we want to be able to. Give you better product at a cheaper price that's going to be convenient there when you get there.
How can they contact you if they're interested?
You can hit Yaz. All you got to do is hit the DM and be talking about some real shit.
Hit Yaz the face.
Conceited, right? Yaz the face. Says that.
That's her thing. That's her tag on there.
They
call her the face for good reason. She's gorgeous, but.
Wow, you have pumped her ego up.
I gotta stay in the good graces, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure she knows other people that could come on our show.
I heard that.
But this is good. I mean, like, I'm so pleased that you're here and so grateful for it.
Happy to be here.
This is probably our biggest guest that we've had, definitely, actually. Well, Rusty Jixon 9 and Bernadette Price we've had, and Tash.
Bernie and Tash. That's what's
this
up.
is like this is like the the royalty of hip hop that I grew up with. So
that's all my family. So that's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Wow.
and your lyrical ability is like mind blowing, and it seems you're coming across very humble. Do you ever like go back? But do you ever go back and like listen to stuff and you're like, damn, that's pretty good?
All the time. No, I try. I don't listen to me a lot. I mean, sometimes I just retrospect, like on the flight to. I just went to Europe with the Loonies, but so I was just kind of listening to stuff because we had like a 4-hour drive from Frankfurt to Bielefeld to this other city. So I was just listening to stuff, kind of just wanting to get some feedback from my friends. But then I heard some stuff and I was like, damn, you dope. I was like, all these people that y'all like, that y'all be acting like hot. I'm like, I kill those guys. Wow. I'm nowhere close to humble like that. I mean, I know I'm good at what I do because I work really hard.
Right.
But you know, end of the day, you know, I can only give 110% and hope that people are aware of that and rewarded and supported. So that's always been my journey is, you know, or my obstacle maybe might even be a better word is I'm like the greatest rapper you never heard of. So you know,
a lot of people have heard of you, trust me.
Yeah, but not as many as heard of all these other dudes that don't even write their raps. So I want
shots fired.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, come on, Cat Williams just said it. You don't write the jokes. Come on, stealing jokes, stealing bars, all the same.
I've heard of rappers stealing jokes from comedians. I've heard of comedians stealing jokes from rappers. There's like an interwoven,
but you know overall, if you don't write like that, then don't say like that. I always look. Dr. Dre has never said I'm the illest rapper because he's
a producer. He's a good producer.
Right. He delivers better than a lot of rappers. He sounds great. Saying
right.
You know
delivery is a big part of it.
Right. So, but he doesn't confuse one thing with the other. He doesn't say, "Yeah, I'm the illest, greatest lyricist."
Yeah.
Sounds great on a song. You know what I'm saying? He'll deliver the fuck out of that record. Yeah. But he doesn't then go gaslight people like, "Yeah, my pen game is nasty." Like, don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. On that note, is there anybody coming up new that comes to mind that you really mess with?
You know, I got dogs in the race, so all I would do is promote the little knuckleheads.
Okay. Those little knuckleheads.
We already did that. So, no, look, salute to anybody that cares about the culture and is putting in their 10,000 hours. And there's really too many people to mention. I will say this. I probably shouldn't because I shouldn't help y'all out. But there are, especially with successful selling units, popular rappers.
Yeah.
Get these videos together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have an excuse. A lot of us have an excuse. We don't have just crazy budget to make shit look cool. Right. But I'm gonna tell you that the kids in France and the kids in Spain, the kids in even the UK kids, like the music is mostly drill. Their videos are conceptual as fuck. Shit is dope. Niggas is making dope ass videos. And I just think America gets lax. We're lazy and uninspired and not being creative. And if you got budget, make some dope shit. And I'm not talking about having an elephant come out and pyrotechnics. Just these young dudes like doing hip hop in these other countries are giving less and doing way more with it. And I just think, Americans need to step it up. The black boys is really falling back on their drill, and then the white boys just get to be white boys, so they know they can do half the work and get away with it. And that's bullshit. And they all sound the same. Yeah. And so at least if you ain't gonna step your bars up, at least step your video games. I mean, video games.
Because they're coming for you with the videos.
I hope the UK, all these little Spanish kids, and I mean Spain Spanish, and I hope these French kids, I hope they come destroy this market and show these niggas like have some care about your craft.
Right. Because there's a lot
about the big dogs, like niggas just dialing it in with the CGI look all bullshit. Like you got all that money and you doing these whack ass videos. That shit whack.
Dude, you don't need money necessarily to make a cool creative video.
I mean concept. And so for me, I was inspired spending time out there, and my people put me on, and I in turn put on my friends and my family, and I just was like, man, you should check these 7 videos out, and I'm sure there's more. And I just gave a few of my people a list of these videos that came from majority, like I said, majority UK and France, but they were inspiring. They made me like, yo, I need to start thinking about how these videos, like one is literally, it's not super complicated. The song was just, the video was, because I don't know what the song's about, because we motherfucker rapping in French.
Right.
But I know some gangster shit because it's a drill record, so he was killing some niggas. But the thing that I thought was, it was the perspective of a purse. So this lady walking down the street, like this chick is walking down the street, and dude snatches her purse, and then the whole video is the perspective of this purse.
You remember that Prodigy video from the 90s where it showed someone going out and like stabbing people, shooting people, going to the club, doing big lines of coke, partying with strippers, and at the end, do you remember this? At the end of it, they look in the mirror and it's a chick.
No, I don't even remember that. I must say,
you remember Prodigy, right?
Of course.
Yeah, that was I don't know. It was a video for "Smack My Bitch Up."
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Shout out.
That was the video for "Smack My Bitch Up."
Yeah. There
rewatch
been 2 versions of it because I think there's a lot of nudity and probably blood. I know there's a part where they're like throwing up in the toilet at a pub or something. There's a part where they're shooting up, so they probably had a different version.
Like, so I want the red trailer version.
It's on YouTube now. Now we don't. Today we don't care. Shout out to BGP. We're gonna be on his show Monday. Is that right? Lucid, help me out.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's Monday. Yeah, Monday night. Everybody go to his channel, BDBGP. We're gonna be reviewing new music, so that's gonna be spicy. And then Ernestine Smith said Drake, and I'm pretty sure she was talking about people that don't write their own music.
Yeah,
whatever. Find a matching purse, man.
Well said. Yeah, well, and I agree completely, because that's something I like doing, and I do it for work, is edit videos. And it's like CapCut is it's free. Everybody uses it, but I see people doing the same thing for videos over and over, just using these CapCut.
Well, I mean, like, my whole thing is just, I don't want to see, the stripper with her butt out and the 6-fold hopping. And if you're gonna do that, do it in space or something. I don't know, just underwater. Some
creativity is what you need.
Something different. Don't put the gun in my face in the camera.
Right.
I know what a gun looks like. I don't,
And rap from your front porch.
With your hoodie pulled all tight. Your hoodie's all, you get like,
that is a phenomenon. All the kids everywhere in the world, they are the ski mask kids. I kind of want to do it once. I may have to just do it to get it out of my system. The ski mask is so ignorant.
I just had a really funny idea, and I don't know why he popped into my head for this, but I feel like it would be a good pairing. You and Redman doing like doing a parody of these videos where you're wearing a ski mask, or you have your hoodie pulled all tight, like the drawstrings pulled all tight, and you're like pointing guns in the camera.
That'd be fun.
I'd love to.
That really, I don't know. I had an
epiphany,
a psychic moment. Yeah.
Well, I'm a big fan, man. I've actually never done a song with Redman, so who knows?
Really?
Maybe spoke it into existence.
We've done that before on here. We've done that before. Yeah, we spoke the baby Busta Rhymes. We got to give credit to PT to Dawn. That was his idea.
Nice.
Shout out to PT.
And that's a great record. I mean, they I know the original record, but they killed it. It's a great record.
Yeah, because the two of them, we were saying they have the same kind of energy, and their videos have the similar energies. We're like, that'd be a crazy combo.
Yeah, and that was a creative video. I thought that was fun.
Yeah, it was cool.
I thought they'd be good on that.
Do something like that, people. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know what our time is now at this point. I don't want you to be stressing.
Let's give it. Can we? You want to push it like another 10? If you got a few more questions, I'm down.
Hell yeah, I'm here for it. I don't have anything to do.
It's Friday. You ain't got no. Well, it's Thursday. It's Thursday.
It's Thursday. I have a job, but
you got a job.
Oh, we both have jobs.
Yeah, me too. Rapping.
Yeah, that's fun.
No, it hurts. Doesn't pay consistently.
Huh?
I said it doesn't pay consistently. At least you know how much you make per hour.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, somebody should do that. Like, what is the average hourly rate of a rapper?
It just depends on who you are. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like, if you took all of them and put it like an average.
Jay-Z's hourly is nice.
Snoop Dogg. Ernestine Smith
Snoop
said,
Dogg, yeah, he's getting it.
Ernestine Smith said, oh, they'd have to do the drill dance then. Oh, like getting sturdy?
I don't know how to do the drill dances.
You gotta have good knees for that.
I don't even know. Is there a such thing as a drill dance?
Yeah, well, getting sturdy. That's where they like do like the river dance where they like go down, you know, and then they kick.
You might have to pull up an example.
I have not watched that. You may have to add.
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Yeah, I might have to pull up an example because I don't know if I'm familiar. I'm trying to think.
Why am I the white lady that's in her 40s, the one that's aware of this?
You're clearly the coolest. You're clearly.
I work with kids. They teach me about all the cool stuff.
Clearly more in the streets than us. You're out there trapping, huh?
Whatever.
Yeah. You bees in the trap.
I just consume a lot of social media because it's part of my job.
Right.
Is that a Whitney Houston shirt, by the way?
Yeah, it's from Walmart.
That's actually pretty cool.
There's nothing wrong with Walmart.
I don't know. I have this compulsion to say where I buy stuff when someone compliments it.
Yeah, don't downplay stuff. Just take the compliment.
Thank you. If Ras Kass says it, I better do it because I'm like, that's some good advice. I think women do that a lot.
Downplay it. Like, oh.
No, well, it's not even really downplaying. It's almost like humble bragging, like, oh, I got this on sale or whatever. Like nice shoes. You're like, girl, I got these from Temu. Like, what?
Okay.
All right, I actually
still rock it.
Right.
You'd just be like, girl, you can't afford these. I actually really like this song, the beat anyway, but I think there's some examples here.
The beat anyway.
Well, the lyrics are good too, I guess.
Oh, that is a river dance. I have seen that.
Yeah. That little violin sample.
That's straight river dance.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're getting sturdy.
Wow.
That's not the best example.
Okay, all right. I have seen that. I just hadn't processed that went hand in hand. Okay.
Yeah.
Like you,
I don't think my body's capable of doing those movements.
I tried with me and my daughter. I was like, no, man. I did one dip and I was like, I'm just gonna stay here.
Good for them for that river dancing. They have they've brought in river dancing in the hip hop. That's cool.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. I learn something new every day.
I think the kids and the older folks need to get along and collab.
Of course.
You know.
Yeah.
There's too much. There's too much. So many kids, and I was going to tell you this, Lucid, like out of context, but they don't know who Lil Wayne is. Like these are junior high kids. Granted.
I mean, that makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. It's bad. But think about this. 10 years ago, I remember a dude that maybe a little longer. I remember a kid that told me he only knew who Lil Wayne was. He ain't never heard of Tupac. So ignorance is just a process.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ask them if they knew who Tupac was because at that point I was like, well, if you don't know Lil Wayne,
no, they didn't. But I'm just saying when Lil Wayne was the hot.
Yeah.
Pun not intended, but yeah, the hot.
yeah.
Then I remember a kid like, I don't give a fuck. I never heard of no Tupac. I know Lil Wayne. I was like, man, that's dumb. But
right.
What are we doing wrong that's not connected? So part of it is again music appreciation, and we don't have that in our radio stations. They're lopsided. No. We don't have that in our video sections, and so that's I don't know. In our clubs, don't do that. Like everything's lopsided. So that's the responsibility of the village. So you gotta hold these DJs accountable to start. I know we like what's current right now, but it's always cool to go back and play some classics and, some East Coast, some West Coast, some South, some Midwest, whatever. Play it all. And because it's all this music influences each other.
Music, yeah.
And I will say this. I went to a club 15 years ago and I was in New York. And I remember, I might have been longer than that. The point being is I was in this club and it was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen. I remember the club was popping, and then they were playing whatever was current, And then they went into a West Coast set. So obviously you hear Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and they had that set and that went on for whatever, maybe, 5-10 minutes or whatever. And then they went into this, Jamaican set. And I was like, that makes sense. A lot of, it's New York. It's a lot of whatever.
Yeah.
And it's a, like a fly club, mixed crowd, money in there, celebrities in there. And I'm like, that makes sense. Then they went into a Latin part. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Puerto Rican. Then they went to a hard rock set. And I remember like a classic rock set. And these is real, like I forgot what DJs, but let's just say like a Tony Touch or whatever. And
Okay.
I remember looking around and on some ignorant shit thinking, why the fuck they play that here? But we sampled rock. And it was dope.
Yeah.
And what it was is that it was, and I watched the club go up every time because all those people, the white people, the Irish motherfucker, the Jamaican, the Puerto Rican, the American, the New Yorker, the LA person, everybody that was in that place, these songs. Stop acting like you don't know them. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't, you're an idiot. So you better know this Jamaican song if you want to dance with one of these Jamaican girls. You better know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The salsa song if you want to holler at that Dominican and Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And what they were showing was music appreciation. And we don't do that enough.
Yeah,
and New York is one of the only places I saw it. And what I've seen us double down on is, being very tribal. Like, oh, I'm from Texas. I only play the Texas shit.
Right.
Dumb as fuck. Like, it's just a bad way. And that's why the kids is dumb as fuck. We were dumb as fuck. We did a bad job at sharing the culture. We just picked what we liked and tried to act like the rest of it didn't exist.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you seem like you're not one of these people that's like, I'm West Coast. I only represent West Coast. I only stay in the West Coast. You've been back and forth to, like, you started out going back and forth to New York, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so, and that at that time, that was a little crazy, that was a little unusual.
It was a very heated time when I started professionally going out to New York. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And, but now I kind of see it coming back to that a little bit, not where it's like straight up beef, like gang colors, all that, because that's gone. That era is gone. But it's more just like the kids were, I'm in Louisiana. They only mess with NBA YoungBoy.
Mm-hmm.
They don't, and kids in New York, they only listen to that drill like we just played.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know. I'm a DJ. He's a DJ, and we don't have.
You got it. Look, DJs break records, so I'm putting this burden on y'all. Even if they clear the floor one time, like, fuck them. They need to learn how to appreciate shit other than the same fucking 4 songs that they trained to listen to, because they got trained that way in the first place. So you have to untrain.
Right. And that's why I like playing online. I like DJing online way better than I do playing at weddings or even sometimes private parties, although private parties are pretty lit. But playing at weddings is ridiculous. But, but when you're playing just for yourself and then you have an audience, people can pick and choose, come and go, whatever, tip you, not. But I just play whatever I want, and I do exactly that. I mix all kinds of stuff. I was mixing like some Al Green with like some reggae with some, I don't remember what it was, like some Sarface and stuff the other day.
I love when DJs like play the original record, but the original record might be a rock record that then turns into the house version of the
using the sample or whatever. Yeah.
That sample, the evolution of a sample, like, because that's what we need to, we need to learn that our version of something is not the end all be all of everything. That these melodies got taken from something originally anyway. Like that song, I bet you that song really, that drill song you played, I bet you that's really a Riverdance record.
But I mean, and on top of it, like, you're paying respect to the people that like originated the shit you like. It sounds good, so why not? And you might discover more stuff. But yeah, let me get my walker out and whatever.
Not your walker.
Oh man, that's not old. That's wisdom.
Yeah. Well, I don't have much of that, so I might as well show out while I can.
What part of Louisiana, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, it's Northeast Louisiana. Oh my God. Sorry. I just hit the D's nuts button. I didn't mean to.
Damn, that's where you live?
No.
That's funny.
Oh my God. I'm probably like real red right now. So no, I live in Monroe. I
know Monroe.
You do?
Yeah.
Nobody knows Monroe. Are you? Wow.
I know because Tidra grew up in Monroe, I believe.
Really?
Deidre Moses, the twins' mother.
Yeah. I didn't know that she grew up here.
Wow.
She's from Louisiana.
I didn't know but I didn't know she's from Monroe. That's
Yeah, and then
crazy.
my family's from Mansour, my mother.
Okay.
Mansour is like closer to like far. It's way deep, but it's closer to Baton Rouge.
Oh, Mansur? Is that what it's called? Mansur. Okay, I've heard of it.
Mansur.
SUR. Yeah.
SURA.
Yeah. That's a small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's related. Trust me.
I know.
They have nothing to do there, but each other.
That is hilarious.
Yo, that's the truth. But Monroe's kind of gangster nowadays. I don't know. When Tidra lived here, I guess they kind of hit their peak in the 80s, and the crime and everything and the poverty has gone up ever since then.
Yeah.
So I'm not originally from here, though. I'm from Denver, and Lucid's in Indianapolis.
Salute.
Hey, Rob.
We went out there. Ain't the All-Star game or something?
Yep, All-Star weekend's coming up.
Yeah, so I'm supposed to be out there for that, so I'll run into you.
Hey, that's what's up.
Yeah. You better be outside, listen.
Yeah, I would be out there, yeah.
Yeah, can't pass that up. Well, do you need to go? I think
I do have to bust a move. It is about that time, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
it's been so much fun.
And you got to do a part 2. I'll be back.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, maybe we do part 2 in Indianapolis.
That'd be lit live, huh?
I'm on my way. I'll get my Spirit Airline plane ticket right now.
Yeah, let's do
it. Say something up. Sound fun.
It's gonna be going up out there. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
You think it's gonna be cold?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so
your Cali weather. It's gonna be cold. Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's gonna be cold. It's pretty cold right now. Yeah, it's gonna be cold.
It just rains here. It's been raining for like 6 weeks, but we're good. We haven't thrown it away yet.
All right. Well, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, we had a good time. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, can you do us one favor real quick before you go? Can you just say this is Ras Kass or Ras Kass? Shout out to the RapYard podcast, something along those lines.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? This is your friend Ras Kass, and welcome to the RapYard podcast.
Peace. Hell yeah! Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm done with the sound effects.
You was in the X-rated ones.
Yeah, no, I don't have any of those.
Right.
All right. thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much.
Good one.
All right.
One love.
Bye. Wow.
Now I'm scheming about Indianapolis. I'm like, man. I remember we wanted to do like a cipher thing or like a rap thing, or now I'm scheming. Now I'm thinking about it.
What do you mean? Like you wanna do that there during All-Star weekend?
Maybe. I mean, there's probably a lot more. There's really a lot of places to choose from that wouldn't have to be like too complicated.
I mean, like venues and stuff. We could talk about that.
Yeah.
We're still on. We're still on the air. Just FYI. Okay, I didn't know if you knew. So everybody in Indianapolis, get ready.
All-Star Weekend, RapYard podcast, and the hottest MCs from the area. Meets legends. Rap.
These nuts.
Well, all things these nuts.
All my sound effects are from 2014. What? Okay.
I'm gonna reset mine up. Enough. I'm resetting my sounds up.
Enough already.
Enough.
All right.
Enough.
And I think that's a wrap.
Yard.
Pod.
Kass.
Okay. Bye, fools. See you next time. Whoops.